Good evening. That's what we asked Mayor Barry today.
But he insists the chief was not forced out. News 13's Amanda Goodman interviewed both men today. Amanda?
Dick, Jess, I asked the mayor point blank about the timing of the chief's announcement. After all, it comes just months before he's up for re-election. Mayor Barry says despite what it may look like, this is not about politics. Sitting side by side, Mayor R.J. Barry and Police Chief Ray Schultz talked about Schultz's decision to retire after 8 years as chief and 30 years with APD.
He's regionally and nationally recognized as one of the top law enforcement professionals in the country, and I'll be frank, I'm sorry to see him go.
Schultz wrote the city a letter last week expressing his desire to step down. In it, the chief said he'd first brought up the idea in January, just a few months after he told us he wouldn't step down.
To me, is a challenge to bring the department to the highest level possible and to restore that community trust that I want to have back.
What changed from November to January for you to change your mind?
Well, obviously some of it's timing. March 9th of this year was an anniversary date for me. I started with the department March 9th, 1982. So 31 years in law enforcement.
The chief says he also just wants to spend more time with his family. He plans to officially step down this summer once the Department of Justice is finished with its investigation.
They've been here twice thus far. We have provided them with 18 cases of documents, electronic access to our files, information and policy. I know they'll be back at least one more time.
The DOJ is investigating the department's use of force under Schultz, from a spike in police shootings to cases of police brutality, all of it costing the city a fortune in lawsuits. News 13 asked the chief if this was a strategic move on his part. By announcing the fact that you're planning to retire, do you think that could help with the DOJ investigation, that they see the department is making some changes already?
Well, I think that they can see, and they have seen, that as soon as we saw the trend and increase in shootings in 2010, at the mayor's direction, we started unprecedented change within the department.
Changes that include higher recruiting standards for a department that's already short on officers. As for the timing of the announcement, just 7 months before the mayoral election, Mayor Barry denies any political motive, saying this decision was solely up to Schultz.
The fact is we've hung together through some difficult times here. And if we were going to do something that was politically expedient, we would have done it months, if not years ago, to be honest with you.
The mayor says he won't pick a new chief until after the October election. That's, of course, if he is reelected. Dick?
Okay, Amanda. Barry says the city will hire a firm to help with a national search for a new chief. We asked if he thought the job would be a tough sell given the DOJ investigation looming and the beating that APD's reputation has taken. The mayor said to the contrary, he expects lots of applications.